Hello everyone, this is the end of the year already, and hopefully most of you have started doing your annual planning for 2020. And last week, the leadership team, we have a big team here. We have 41 people right now, and we're going to be adding under 10 people in 2020. So with a big team, we gotta start doing a lot more planning compared to before. So last Thursday and Friday, the leadership team, we locked ourselves and went over 2 days of annual planning. And kind of want to go over with you what the agenda was, and maybe it's a good idea for you to follow it as well. So it's a 2 day process here, and the process was mainly following a book, and the book is called Traction. And this is basically, we swiped a little bit of it and also put it a little bit differently for our own use. But here's the framework. It is 2 days where ideally should be done offsite, ideally. And I know most of us, we're still in a daily grind. It's a little hard to get away. Day one here is, as an opening here, is to go around the room with the leadership team and cover 3 of the greatest professional accomplishment for this year, and also to share with the team one of the greatest personal accomplishment for the year, and also their expectation for these couple of days. Next is to cover what happened this year and last quarter. So what we want to look at is, did we hit our goals? And of course, we have metrics across all teams. Did we hit these metrics? And also to look at last quarter's rocks. Rocks are major goals for each of the team, and also company-wide rocks. So this is very interesting to reflect on what happened last year. And it's very, very rewarding to go over and reflect on 3 professional accomplishments and whether we met our metrics or not. And also, since the year went by very fast for us, it's a very, very good framework to go back and reflect, wow, what worked and what did not work for the previous year. Then is we want to build a little bit more bond between the leadership team. What we did is we went through the Strength Finder. It's a book that, along with a little quiz that we went through to identify your top 5 strengths. And of course, we went around the room and shared with each other their disc profile. The Strength Finder and disc profile allow us to get to know each other a lot more, and what are some of the best ways to communicate with each other. After that is we went through SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is to look at the strength of the company, the weakness of the company, are there any opportunities, and what are some of the potential threats. And it's very important to do this every 6 months or every year because the marketplace changes, and this is a very, very rewarding exercise to do, mainly to identify, hey, what are our strengths? And any threats coming into the marketplace, how can we fight back, right? And then in the afternoon is when we started planning 3 years out. What does 3 years from now look like? Then to go over 1 year plan. Once we identify the 3 years, then it's very, very clear what the 1 year should look like. Then we went through something called accountability chart. That is basically the org chart of what it will look like for 2020. And some of these, of course, will bleed into day 2. Day 2 is then we want, since we already know the 3 year plan and the 1 year plan, is to really focus on Q1 of next year. And we spent a lot of time to plan out Q1. Then the remaining time of the day is went through issue processing. Right? Issue processing is typically as we on a day-to-day basis, we have an issue list. We just keep adding on there, and that helps us identify what are some of the issues. So hopefully this is a good framework for you guys to plan for 2020.